You know what? I don't know how many years it's been since you and I have worked together. Can you recall what it was last?
Well, Corey, we never officially worked together.
Let's keep it that way, Eric.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Seriously, you and I haven't been on the same call sheet?
No, that is one of my big stunt goals, though, is to be on the same call sheet as Corey Eubanks. I've gotten Gary Baxley. I've gotten who did the Miss Tisdale motorcycle greatest stunt woman ever?
Debbie Evans.
Yeah, Debbie. I got her. Still need you. I still need Henry Kenji, and that'll be my complete resume right there.
I thought you and I did a rookie episode together.
No, I would have known that, Corey. Trust me, we did not.
Okay.
But
wow,
I did unofficially work for you when you did Stunt Stories taping at Fast House.
Is that when I saw you last? Was out there at Fast House?
Well, no, I did hustle Buddy Love, Buddy's set, when you were cannon rolling the Brinks truck.
Oh, down in Long Beach.
In Long Beach, yeah. I talked to you as you were sitting in the truck and you got out. I was hustling that day with a friend of mine. Hey, Corey. I said, Eric Sweeney. He said, yeah, I know you, man. And you came over and we talked for a minute. And then they kicked us off the set before you did the stunt.
No way. You didn't get to see the stunt go down? You didn't miss nothing. It was dumb. And hey, listen, I appreciate you being on Stunt Stories. Let me ask you, did you by chance give Skylar a stunt reel?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Can we take a peek at it?
Yeah, you guys should have it right there.
Yes.
I sent you a couple of pictures, too, that'll match what I'm going to tell you here story-wise.
Oh, you got some stories.
One of my interesting, fascinating stories to tell. And there I am. I can see me.
Where are you right now? Where's home? Are you in California?
I'm in Santa Clarita.
Whoa, Santa Clarita.
Yeah, right near.
No.
Now I can't see. Okay, now I can see Corey in a small, tiny screen.
Yeah, it's because I'm about to play the reel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I lived within like 3 miles of where you guys shot the last 3 seasons of Dukes.
God, Scare Falls. Eric, are you seeing this?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see your own stunt reel. I'm watching
No.
it. You still got a window. Now some chick.
I know it well.
Chair.
Yeah.
Now you're running at a bus.
Yeah.
Jumping over a railing. Is that Warner Brothers background? Some chick just keeps wrecking face.
That was Zoe Bell.
That looked like Zoe.
Yeah.
Good tackle. Driving a Jeep. Was that a commercial?
Yeah. That was a good one too. That ran for a long time.
You gotta love those car commercials, huh?
Oh, that was $40,000.
Wow. Ew, you just jumped into a big cup of coffee or something.
Yeah. That was for a Disney show, kids show.
Dude, you got a good look to you when you're in a suit and tie. Do you ever do any acting?
Man, I came out to LA to act and do stunts both, and the stunts took off way more than the acting did.
Why do you think that is? Yeah, look.
Either I'm not
in a TV show.
Yeah, either I'm not a great actor or it's just a lot harder to do. I don't know. It's so competitive that you show up and there's 20 guys who look just like you doing the same thing you're doing. So, but I think I fit in better in the stunt world than the acting world because, don't get me wrong. There's cool actors out there, but there's also a sort of how should I put it? A bit of some actors, have a certain air about them, I think.
Yes.
And I think stunt people are more, happy-go-lucky, like somebody you want to get a beer with, something like that. I think I fit in a little bit better in that crowd.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. We've been around those. But then again, there were some stunt guys who were pretty arrogant.
Well,
that's
true too, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to say their names, but they know who they are. I might even be on that list.
Yeah, we all know. I guess any industry you get into, you're going to have those knuckleheads, and.
Hey, is there a particular actor that you have done a lot of stunts for that like requests you or?
Greg Kinnear.
Oh, really?
I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Greg. Yeah.
Never met him.
He's cool. I did a couple of seasons for him on Shining Vale. It's a TV show on Starz Network. Courtney Cox was the lead. And that show was supposed to go another season, but the writer's strike cut it off. So, but that's actually that show was the Stairfall.
Wait, I saw a couple Stairfalls though, didn't I? In your
yeah, actually, yeah, I that was a funny story because I got to the set. I had never done a Stairfall before, and this is only a few years ago.
Who were you working for?
Rob King.
Rob King. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Rob because he was on Fall Guy when John Cade did the Cadillac jump, and he was the guy who got hit with the camera operator.
Broke his leg.
He was hospitalized for a long time, and that's when you invented the quick release for the jump harness, right?
Yes.
Because John Cade was getting... couldn't get out, was getting burned. I remember you telling that story, and you said, I realized at that point I needed a way to get out of the vehicle so I wouldn't go through the same thing that John went through.
Yeah. You were.
Yeah, he told me. Yes, I pay attention, man. I pay attention, yeah. And Rob, he's a no-nonsense guy. Great guy, but I knew when I got there to the set that I'd have to, he brought me in for a rehearsal day, and he showed me the staircase, and I thought it was going to be 6 or 8 stairs. It was 15 stairs.
It was a long one.
Yeah, and he said, "Here's the staircase you're gonna fall down." I said, "Oh, okay." I'm thinking, "Oh, great! I've never done a stair fall before, and this is gonna be a full story." So when the day came, a few days later, I got to the top of the stairs. And he wanted me to go down sideways and, barrel roll down the stairs. And his only advice was, "Hey, don't try to stop yourself. That's when you snap your ankles and snap your wrists." He said, "Just go with it." I said, "Okay." So he tells me to go pad up, and I knew he was, any guy who comes from the '80s who's stunt coordinating, like yourself, you gotta. They expect you to hit the ground hard, do your job.
Yeah.
And I knew going in there, I was going to have to, really sell out. So he goes, "Go get padded up." I said, "Okay." So I go get padded up, and he goes, "By the way, I don't want you coming out here looking like the Michelin Man."
Right.
I said, "Okay." So I put all my pads on, and I came back out, and he goes, "All right, squat down." I said, "Well," he goes, "Squat." So I did a squat. He said, "What you got right here in your thigh?" I said, "Oh, those are insert pads." He goes, "Take them out." I said, "Okay." I took them out. Squat down. I did it again. He said, "Okay." So he goes, "If you mess this up, I'm not going to pay you to do it again. If it's a camera problem, if it's a focus issue, then I'll pay you to do it again."
That's fair, though. That's fair.
Yeah. I said, I totally understand, Rob. I totally understand. So I got to the top of the stairs, and needless to say, I was a little nervous because it was my first stair fall, 15 stairs. He wanted me to go sideways. About that time, Courtney Cox walks up to me, and I know she wasn't intentionally trying to
hit on you. Hit on you.
Like, you look pretty sexy in those pads.
Yeah.
No, she actually said, she goes, I wasn't starstruck at all because I was concentrating on what I'm going to do in my head. I'm going over it. And she goes, have you ever done this before? And I'm a pretty honest guy. I don't like to lie about anything. But I swear at that moment, I looked at the bottom of the stairs and Greg Kinnear had his phone up like this, recording us, like recording our conversation. And I looked back at her and said, yeah, I've done many of these. So I thought the conversation was over. To put my mouthpiece back in, getting ready to shoot. She goes, how old are you? I said, well, I'm in my 40s. And she goes, I'd really prefer you be in your 20s doing something like this.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, me too, Courtney, me too. I said, but I have pads on. I know how to roll. I know how to tumble. And she goes, but you don't have pads on your head. And I was like, is she trying to talk me out of this?
Yeah.
Like, but they're setting all the cameras up. It was time to roll. Boom. She's supposed to hit me in the head with an axe handle. I faked the hit. I go down the stairs. Boom, 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 hit the bottom of the stairs. It was over with. Thank God it went well. Rob comes over to me. You okay? I said, yeah, I'm good. He's, you sure? I said, yeah, I'm good. He helps me up. He goes, you sure you're okay? I said, yeah. We went in the next room, puts his arm around me. He's like, he goes, you sure you're okay? I said, yeah, Rob, I'm fine. He goes, good. Because I need you to do it one more time.
Oh, good. Get paid again.
Yeah. And I said, was it something I did? Was it my fault? He said, no. We need something more dynamic. This time I need you to stand at the top of the stairs and just fall backwards.
Oh gosh.
And I looked at I said, I remember I looked at this. I said, from the top, or can I do it from like the middle? And he goes, no. The very top. So that's what I did. Got to the top of the stairs. Courtney Cox, of course, she's like, you're going to do it this way now? I'm like, yeah, that's what he told me, this is what I signed up for.
You messed up the shot, Courtney. So I got to do this again.
Yeah.
And risk
you psyched me out, Courtney.
Yeah.
So we did it. I just kind of drunk driver. I relaxed. I tucked my chin and just went. And it's over with in a second. And hit the bottom of the stairs and rolled out of it. He helped me up. Everybody, yeah, clapping. You love to get those claps. And Greg Kinnear came up to me, had it on his phone. He goes, here you go. He gave me his number. He goes, I'm going to send it to you. That was awesome. So I go up. He goes, so Rob King's like, good job. Get your street clothes on. I said, okay. I go up. I change. I come back down. He goes, he's standing with the director, late female director. She goes, are you okay? And I said, he goes, don't ask him that. He's going to want more money. And we kind of laughed it up, and so he goes, well, come with me. Put his arm around me again. Big brother to me is like, that first one you did, that first stair fall sideways, anyone could do that. Anybody can do that. He said, I'll give you $500 for that one. I said, okay, that's. He goes, that second one, now that was a real stunt. I'm gonna give you $2,000 for that one. I said, thank you, sir. So
nice.
he really hooked me up, and then that
$2,500 ADJ.
Yeah. So that gave me the job to double Greg on that show because I sold out for him. So
you sold out, yeah. I think if someone would have said, hey, let's just have me fall backwards like that, I would probably have blurted out on set, well, whose dumbass idea was that? Who came up with that lame ass idea?
Well, the terrible thing about it is when they showed the footage for the TV show, they used the first half of the first one sideways and the second half of the backwards one. So they didn't even show me fall backwards.
The hard part. The most dangerous part they didn't show.
Yeah, they didn't show the most dangerous part for whatever reason. And, that's the way it goes sometimes.
It was Courtney's fault. Did she come and try to give you a hug afterwards? Did she give you a hug?
No, but I think she was genuinely concerned about me. And
she had a crush
like,
on me.
you know,
That's what it is.
She thought he was Greg.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, do you know who came to see if I was okay at the bottom of my stair fall?
Who?
I did a show called Chances Are. I was doubling Robert Downey Jr. And I had to run down these steps and run into a guy named Johnny Hawk, and he like flips me over his shoulders, and I hit the steps and tumble down and ricochet out the corner and go down to the bottom.
Ooh.
Farrah Fawcett.
Oh.
You're old enough to know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Farrah Fawcett. Oh, when they said cut, she's the first one to me. Are you okay? And I'm like, am I dreaming right now? I got a poster of you I did in my bedroom when I was a kid growing up.
Isn't that crazy?
Ryan O'Neal, is that the actor? Something.
Yeah, Ryan. Didn't was that Lee Majors too that dated her?
I don't know. It wasn't Lee. It was the other guy, Ryan. Something. And yeah, he was in the movie with Robert Downey Jr. and she was there dating him, so she came in to visit and just happened to be there when I did the stair fall. And I remember John Moyle was the stunt coordinator, and John said to me, "Yeah, get to know this kid. He's going to be a big movie star someday." I said, "What do you know, John?"
What? Wait, wasn't John?
And he was right.
Didn't you quit? You were telling a story about a show that you quit because I don't want to get into that.
Oh yeah,
but, yeah. It wasn't.
Get into it.
That was it.
Get into it, Eric.
It wasn't that show. It was for him. Yeah, on Hollywood Beat. It was called.
Okay, yeah, because I've heard. I've never worked for him, but I heard he likes to scream. That's
yes, loudly.
Yes.
Loud,
yeah.
Screaming at you in front of the crew, which is always nice.
We can edit that part out if you want.
Yeah.
That
I have a lot of respect for that, what you just told us, because having not done that, what you did, I know what stair falls are all about, and they're not comfortable. And then when they start picking pads off of you, I would always say to someone, like I had Perry Bart come and work for me on a show one time and do a stair fall. And he said, "What about pads, boss?" I go, "Use as many pads as we can't see. As long as we don't see them on you, put them on, did I see a car hit in your video, in your stunt reel?
It was half of a car hit. It was a SUV that was basically trying to run me over, and I had to jump on the hood and grab the windshield wipers.
Yeah. Have you done a full car hit?
No, only that.
Are you beyond that part in your career where that's on your bucket list, or when someone called you tomorrow, would you do one?
You know what, Corey? I just turned 50 years old, and
that's old.
I don't know. Yeah.
You look great, man.
Can you believe it?
Eric, no, you look good. Take your shirt off. Let's see.
Whoa.
Take your shirt off and flex for us. You're in shape. You're in shape. You're always in shape.
Yeah, man. I've always. I became obsessed with Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was 18 years old, and that up to that point, I always wanted to be a stuntman. So I wanted to be a stuntman from Dukes of Hazzard. From when I was a kid watching Dukes of Hazzard, probably you jumping the General Lee, and my dad told me what a stuntman is. He goes, that's a stuntman. I had them all on VHS tape, right? And
VHS.
I would play it over and over, and I would pause it, in midair, and he's like, "That's a stuntman." I'm like, "Wow, like you can do that you can get paid to jump cars and bar fight and fall off things, like really?" And
trying to wrap your head around it. What a way to make a living.
Yeah, but I was hooked from that point on.
Really?
And I remember the Dar Robinson special came on. Remember that in the 80s?
Oh yeah,
the Dar Robinson
wow, what
life
a legend.
story.
What a legend. Man.
Yeah, so I used to, I'd get books out of the library and read the magazines and stuff. And I just, I wanted to be a stuntman. So when I came to LA, I had my Arnold Schwarzenegger obsession still. So I was like, why don't I try to be an action hero, an actor, and that does his own stunts, like a lot of us want to do. So that's how, and in LA, there's acting schools in every corner, but there's there's no stunt school, at least at the time. There wasn't Google. This is 2002 when I came here.
Wait, what? Did Kim Kahana still have a stunt school, or is that already over?
Maybe he did, but I didn't know about it. I didn't know anyone when I got here. I moved here with a buddy from high school.
Where'd you move from? Where'd you live originally?
Virginia.
In Virginia. Okay.
Southern Virginia, yeah.
That's why you're so nice.
Yeah.
I can tell you're not born and raised in California.
No, a true Southern gentleman, you know.
Yes. Classy, polite.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, when I got here, I didn't know anybody, and you know how I got in the business? I had my dad call the stunt coordinator and producer of the Dukes of Hazzard, and he got me my SAG card, and I started jumping the General League. No, wait.
That sounds familiar.
Wait a minute. That's not. That was you.
Vaguely familiar.
That was my dream.
Yeah.
That was you. That was you.
But that's partially not true, because I actually have to give myself credit. I got my SAG card on the Sting 2, working for Ron Stein, Mr. Eric Sweeney, who thinks he knows everything. Yeah, so I did a boxing thing for Ron Stein on the Sting 2.
Okay, I remember something about that.
Then I had my daddy make a phone call. It's called nepotism, and
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Corey, though, you proved yourself 100 times. I mean, you got to the top of the game and have been at the top of the game for 40 years. So,
well, you know, thank you for lying on camera. That's obviously sweet of you. Hey, I have an Arnold Schwarzenegger story for you. My dad used to produce a TV show called Celebrity Secrets. And I used to box as an amateur. That's how I got in the business, was boxing on the Sting 2. And my dad's like, we're going to have Sugar Ray Leonard on the show. Would you like to come down and meet him? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. He goes, and we're going to have Mr. Olympia on the show. I'm like, who's that? Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've never heard of him. So I went down to the set, hung out, couldn't wait to meet Sugar Ray Leonard. Got to go up, shake his hand. Standing off to the side was Arnold in a suit and tie with his hands, just, you know, all kind of just being polite and standing there. My dad's like, do you want to meet the strongest man in the world? I'm like, no. And I left. So then, So then we fast forward many, many years. I'm working for Gary Hines doing Terminator Genesis in New Orleans. I'm now driving a armored truck doubling Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, put the stuff on me, and because Billy Lucas didn't want to do it or something. And so I'm driving at night, and Arnold comes walking by, like, the look in the thing to see with the cigar, you know, to see who's this stunt double, you know, look at him, and I go, you were on my dad's show years ago called Celebrity Secrets. I was going down there to meet Sugar Ray Leonard, and I saw you standing there, and you had a suit and tie on. I don't remember that. He walked by.
Yeah.
Like, learn to speak English.
Yeah. So you're not fond of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, I for his accomplishments of what he's done with his life and his career and everything, absolutely. How could you not tip your hat to that man and say, you know, coming from a foreign country to come over and accomplish what he accomplished, incredible, you know, props to him for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't know him. I don't know him as a person, like, you know, like I know you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I could hang with this dude, hang out, and talk and socialize, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. I think to achieve what he achieved, you got to be a unusually driven, and probably not, you know, the nicest guy. You got to be so competitive and driven to be that way. I can't imagine. You got to falter in some areas, you know.
Yeah. It's like, I remember I was on doubling Tom Cruise on Far and Away, and
Tom Cruise does not have a stunt double.
Yeah.
That's all bullshit.
He's lying right now.
It wasn't. He never Buddy Joe Hooker or Keith Campbell or Jimmy Roberts or
I know
Casey O'Neill or this Corey Eubanks guy. Nobody's ever doubled Tom on movies.
No, never.
Yeah, but he had done a show that was, and they called it Before They Were Stars. and they found footage of interviews, casting, going in for an audition of all famous actors and actresses before they were stars.
Yeah.
Heather Locklear, Tom Cruise, Brooke Shields, all of these things. And my dad knew the producer of the show, and anyway, they had conversation, and he's like, yeah, my son's doubling Tom Cruise right now. And so my dad called me, and he goes, oh, hey, let Tom know we saw some footage of him on his second audition. And so I mentioned to Tom, we were in the makeup trailer, he was with, what's her name? Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Tom, I said, my dad's doing a show, it's called Before They Were Stars, and I go, they got that interview of you, and I think it was like your second or third interview, and the look on his face was just of panic. What? Who? What? They can't use it. Who's doing that? Corey, wait, who? He had me give him the guy's number for the the producer of the show, and had his agent manager call them and threaten them like, you can't use that footage. We're not going to give you permission to use that. But
Wow.
Even though I guess when you go in for those auditions, I guess you're kind of signing the rights that they can use it. But I think I'm not sure. But yeah, he 86'd out. He put a stop to that footage getting released.
I knew someone who was
very good. Yes.
Yeah, I knew someone who was going to personal train him, because I used to be a personal trainer, and he gave them a stack of paperwork, or his people did, basically signing his life away, saying he can't talk about anything they've done. He can't mention to anyone that they trained him. That it was, and the guy backed out of the deal. He's like, "Look, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not signing all these contracts." And he's like, "I can train the guy, but I'm not going to go into all that kind of stuff."
Hey, let me ask you, in your career, of all the things you've done, I got two questions for you. What is the most, in your opinion, other than the stairfall, what's the most dangerous stunt you feel that you've done? And also, what is on your bucket list?
Okay, the most dangerous one. Oh, I was going to tell you how I got actually in the stunt business. I forgot, because I was
Nobody cares, Eric, how you got in the fucking business, okay? Hey, I want to know.
Well, it kind of segues into that, because I had my commercial agent, right? And I went up to him, and I was in my mid-30s at that point, and I said, look, I've always wanted to be a stuntman. Can you help me out with that? And he kind of, I remember he said, a lot of younger guys tell me that are in shape, and he goes, he kind of blew me off, like, good luck. So I called my brother, who does camera work, and he used to work on a lot of independent films. He was the camera operator, he was the DP sometimes, and I said, hey, can you come to the park where we live, or where I lived in Sherman Oaks? And I said, can you shoot me jumping and flipping off trees and doing parkour type of stuff? He said, yeah. So he came down, we shot it, put it together on a video. This is before anyone was doing this, 15 years ago. I brought it into my agent, and I said, hey, take a look at this. He watches it. He said, why didn't you tell me you could do stuff like this? Well, I did tell you that. So he started sending me out on commercial auditions that required stunt people.
Oh.
And then it was there that I met. So I booked a couple of those commercials, and I started kind of getting my foot in the door. And then, you know who Anthony Martins is?
Sure.
The little boxer guy?
Yeah.
He was at one of these auditions, and he and I had been friends years before that. We used to hang out, get a beer, or me and his buddies and stuff. We'd all hang out. We lost track of each other, and I saw him at this audition, and during that time, he had become a stuntman. And he said, "What?" He said, "What are you doing here, man? How have you been? Good, all that." He goes, "What are you doing? This audition is for stunt people." I said, "Yeah, no, I've got my foot in the door." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So he kind of took me under his wing, and he started showing me.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he took me to the boxing gym and showed me how to box, and then I started doing all the fight classes, and he told me what hustling was, how to hustle a set. Gave me information about it. He just really helped me. So shout out to Anthony Martins.
That's awesome. He's a good dude.
But that's why I want to get that. But anyway, so the most dangerous stunt I did was, maybe it was that stairfall, but it was the one I got hurt badly on. about 10 years ago. It was a low budget film for the Sci-Fi Channel, and you know, it was still a SAG movie, but they pay you like a couple $100 a day or whatever it is. So I got there, and they wanted me to fall onto the roof of a car. And when I got there, they had it was a picture I sent you guys. I don't know if you have it there, but it was a 10-foot truss on the back of a pickup truck. And then they had a 8-foot truss, kind of like a plank on top of the 10-footer. So it was like a truck with a 10-foot truss and an 8-foot here, and they pulled a car underneath that and wanted me to walk off that little, you know, that truss, that plank they'd built, and flat back to the car roof.
Wait, and what's that distance?
Well, it was 10 feet plus. It was on the back of a pickup truck where like the hitch is, so that was probably 2 feet off the ground. So that's 12 feet, and those trusses are 1 foot, 1 foot wide.
Yeah.
So that was about 13 feet, and they pulled the car up. It was just a car they had gotten from I don't know, transfer. So it wasn't rigged at all. It wasn't rigged at all. They just.
Oh.
I was looking at it, and I was still only 4 or 5 years, maybe 3-4 years into the business. So I was not turning down any job anyone gave me. I wouldn't turn down anything. And I remember looking at it, going, I told the stunt coordinator, who shall remain nameless, because he blames me, I blame him. Anyway, I looked at it and I said, that's kind of high, isn't it? You're talking 13 feet. A car roof is maybe 4 feet off the ground. That's almost 1 story, a flatback. He goes, no, you'll be. He said, no, you'll be fine. I've done it. I said, okay. So I got up there. I should not have done it, and I will say a little bit of my fault. When I hit the car roof, I didn't go completely flat. I kind of leaned up a little bit because I was afraid to break my neck, and it smacked so hard. I felt like I got hit by a truck. I was discombobulated. I didn't really know like where I was, what I was doing. I'm sitting there squirming around. I can't breathe. He comes over with the medic. They're holding me down. Don't get up. He goes, you okay? I'm like, I can't talk. And so they finally, wiggled the toes and everything, and they said, can you get up? I get up, and I couldn't stand completely straight up. And so I sit down on the curb, like, you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, I'm trying to be a tough stunt man, right? I'm like, no, I don't need to go to the hospital. Like, no, I think you need to go. So I go to the hospital. I get they do the CAT scans or whatever they do to you, all the scans and stuff. I'm laying there on morphine, and my girlfriend at the time showed up, and the UPM of the movie showed up, and the doctor comes out. He says, well, I got some good news and bad news for you. I'm sitting there like, okay. I'm like half there. I was like, what's the bad news? He says, well, the bad news is you broke your back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the girlfriend's like, oh my God, and the UPM like, what? He did what?
Yeah.
What? And he goes, the good news is it was only one of your vertebrae. You're not gonna need any surgery. And he was kind of crushed like a marshmallow. There's a little chunk of it kind of hanging there, but you're not gonna need surgery for it. And we'll put you in a brace for about 3 months. And you can take it off when you go to bed or when you're watching TV. And then we'll give you some physical therapy, and you'll be as good as new.
Wow.
So that's also how I bought my condo, by the way.
Wow. Hey, let me ask you, did you guys have the windows up in the car, or did you have them down?
I don't remember what they did. I think they might have been down because they had some kind of cannon in there that blasted when I hit the roof. So I think it blasted out the windows. I don't think the windows were up though. But the car the roof barely gave at all.
Yeah, I bet the windows were up.
But like I said, I did land instead of flat. I kind of did one of these things, kind of a kick.
Yeah.
So that was my bad. But I never worked for him again, and that was that.
And don't care to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get a nice healthy stunt adjustment?
Well, he ended up showing up to the hospital, the stunt coordinator. And I'm not trying to talk bad about him because he kind of got me my start in
You're
the
not trying
business.
to talk bad about who?
Well, yeah, you almost got me, man.
You
almost got me.
Yeah.
But I do think that was unnecessary risk to take on a low budget movie. You know, regardless, if I would have landed flat, even though I would have landed flat from 9-10 feet, I probably would have gotten hurt either way. So
yeah, wow.
Live and learn. But he showed up at the hospital and I'm so sorry. This is a low budget film. I can only give you $1,000 for the adjustment. For breaking my back? Okay.
Wow.
But,
I'm sorry to hear that, man. And that's a freaking tough stunt right there. That is hard.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. That
was like being a human crash test dummy, but it went through workers' comp. So I got, it was like $5,000 a month for about a year. And then they gave me a $50,000 medical settlement on top of that. So,
well, yeah, I think you should go back and sue them right now for emotional stress that because you're 50, right? And you have a hard time tying your shoes and it stresses you out.
Yeah. What is the statutes of limitations on that thing? I wonder. Because
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so, but I tell everybody. Yeah, I tell everybody I was paid $110,000 to do that stunt. So
you could say you received. I received. Yeah, I did the stunt and then I received $110,000 for it. I ended up. Did you ever see the footage of it?
Yeah, I was gonna put it on my reel, but every time I see it.
Yeah, emotional stress. Yeah, it's
I got called. I got called to do that again, but it was on a wire.
Oh.
And I wouldn't do it. It wasn't for him. It was just that the psychological aspect of it, of knowing what I went through.
Yeah.
That whole year, and I was like, I just don't want to put myself in that position again. So.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my question to you is though, did you see it in the movie how they cut it together? Did they use the whole piece, or did we see you start to fall down the stairs and then they cut to something else and you're laying there?
That is a very good point because I fell into frame about 5 feet above the car.
Ah, really?
And it was, yeah.
So you didn't need to do this 100-foot fall. We're only going to use the last 5 feet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that really irked me, but
yeah.
That's how
I would have found the editor and just punched him right in the stomach.
Yeah.
Used the whole shot. Yeah.
I'm wondering if they even had a camera that showed the entire distance, but who knows, man. I forgot about it. I'm good now. I mean, my back is all. I used to power lift growing up when I was in my late teens and early 20s. I would squat and deadlift 400 pounds. So, I've always, my back's.
One move, 400 pounds.
Yeah, I used to, I deadlifted, my record was 455.
Oh my God.
And a squat, unofficial squat, non-competition was 405.
Wow.
And then my bench press was never that good. I got a 240 or 245 bench press, but, and that was weighing 157 pounds.
Wait, how tall are you right now?
5'10".
You're 5'10". So you're 5'10", and you're 5'10", and you weigh what? How much do you weigh?
You cut out. You there?
Yeah. How much do you weigh?
Oh, right now I'm about 170.
So that's good to know for guys who are watching this show, guys and girls. That Shauna Duggins could be watching, a lot of female stunt coordinators. Someone to know, looking at you and going, "Oh, okay, you're 5 what? 11?
Five. I go 5'10" or 5'11". Barefoot 5'10".
Yeah. 5'10".
Yeah, and about.
Okay, and you're 170.
170. Yeah.
You're skinny, man. You're skinny for that height.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all muscle.
I got to keep track of my girlish figure.
Yeah.
Me too.
Gosh. So, do you have anything coming up right now? Any on the horizon? Any shows or any work, or what are you doing?
Man, I'll tell you what, Corey. So I made my pension and health this year already. Thank God. and I haven't really been chasing it that hard this year because doesn't seem like a lot's going on in LA anymore. They say it's starting to come back. I don't know.
Who are these things? They say that's bad for you. They say it's going to rain tomorrow. They say a lot of them, don't they? Who are these they people?
Good question. We should do some research.
We'll find out who they are.
Yeah, but I haven't been hustling. I haven't been sending the emails out and texts and stuff like that like I normally do. So I'm starting to want to do my own thing. I wrote my first screenplay this year.
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of starting to focus in that kind of direction of
what's your screenplay called?
Love and Death.
No,
it's a romantic comedy. Love and Death. Yeah, it's a romantic comedy.
I have a romantic comedy that's called Love and Death.
What, really?
What is yours about?
I don't know if I want to tell you now. It's a loaded question.
Almost.
Yeah, tell me the whole story. Who's the protagonist? I want to know the whole story of it. Then I'm going to ask you, when did you start writing it? And you're like, well, 3 months ago. Well, 4 months ago, I wrote the same. And I'm like, no, hey, dude, think about all the knowledge that you have from all the directors you've worked with, all the actors you've worked with, all the sets that you've been on. You're a plethora of knowledge. That means a lot of different things. You're a plethora of knowledge, and writing something, you could have the next best thing ever. I praise you to keep going, brother. Keep writing.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I also think at 50 years old, how long can you keep hitting the ground, and
or cars for that matter.
Yeah, I mean, any of it. Stairs, whatever, So I'm starting to shift my thinking into more stunt coordinating, filmmaking, having stuff, along those lines. So we'll see, but it's I wouldn't regret anything, man, because when I came out here, just getting into anything in entertainment is a hard thing to do. So I reached the pinnacle, I think, of my. Oh, I was going to tell you that. So Rob King.
Oh shoot, that's all we got time for today.
Yep.
No.
Wait.
Thanks for being on Stunt Stories, Eric. We'll see you next week. Wait a minute.
Am I still here?
Yeah. Okay.
The pinnacle of my career, I think, was the next year on that same show with Rob King. I go to double Greg again. I look at the call sheet, and Gary Baxley is on the call sheet.
Oh, I know that name.
And I'm like, holy crap! The stunt coordinator after Paul. I think he's stunt coordinator last season, right?
Dukes, yeah, and also Fall Guy.
Oh yeah, Fall Guy too. So, and of course, did the opening credits jump over, in Indian Dunes and all that. So I'm like, oh crap, Gary's here. So of course I was like a little kid and asking him all these questions and stuff, but he was nice enough to answer them, and Rob knew that that I was a huge Dukes fan because Rob actually doubled Boss Hogg for a couple of episodes. He said in the last season.
Yeah, I think that's where I met him.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Where I met Rob.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, go on with your stories.
Well, so we had Gary there. He goes, I bet you want a picture, don't you? I said, yes, sir. If we have time, that'd be great. So I got a picture of Gary and I standing in front of the courthouse where they shot Dukes. And
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Where do they call that? Hazard Square?
Hazard Square, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was asking, all these questions and stuff. But the crazy thing is, what's even more, the odds of this happening are astronomical. So about 2 weeks later, my dad flies in from Virginia. We go to dinner, right? We're out in Thousand Oaks at a restaurant. He looks over at me. I'm like, looking at this guy sitting down beside us. My dad goes, what's wrong with you? Why you look so surprised? I'm like, that's, he's like, what? I was like, and I get up, I walk over, it's Gary Baxley. I said, Gary, I just worked with you 2 weeks ago on." He goes, "Oh yeah, I remember. How are you?" I said, "Good, good. I don't want to bother you while you're eating." Shakes my hand. I come back down. I'm finished eating with my dad. He gets up, walks over to the table. He goes, "You did a great job that day, buddy." Right in front of my dad, who I used to watch Dukes with.
Oh wow!
So it was a full circle moment.
Yeah, and they roll credits. That's a happy ending. They roll credits.
I mean, there he is complimenting me for a stunt I did in Hazard County, while my dad's sitting there 45 years ago telling me what he does on the show that we're watching in Virginia.
Wow. Yeah.
It is and the odds of him to sit beside me and my dad at dinner, like.
Yeah. Or Eric, you could say, well, my dad and I, and actually use good grammar, but anyway, I mean, it's awesome. What did your dad say after that?
Don't ruin my story, man. Don't take the wind out of my sails here.
What did your dad say? Was he proud of you? I mean, did he say, "Way to go, son," or did you pay him $20 to say that? That's what my dad would say.
He paid him when he walked out. I think I was more excited than my dad, but my dad's one of those salt of the earth kind of people that never goes here and there. He's kind of like, cool and calm all the time.
Is he still with us? Is he still alive?
Yeah. He's 80 years old now.
80.
Yeah, still going strong in Virginia. He's got a 43-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, wow, that's not good. What in Virginia? Is that legal? Let's do the math. Is that legal in Virginia?
A little Asian woman, and he's a very matter of fact guy. He's like, "Son, you wouldn't believe what goes on in that bedroom. It's like a porno." Like
porno.
Dad, I do not want to hear.
Yeah, there's certain things we just don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do the math. What's the age difference? We're going to have a little competition here.
37.
37 years difference?
37 years, yeah.
Your dad's got my dad beat. Yeah.
Oh, what did he do?
Well, his wife is only 30 years younger.
30?
Yours.
Oh, he's still with us then, your dad.
Yeah, he's 86 or 87. He's 86 and a half.
Okay.
87.
We're just going to 86 that.
Yeah, 86 that. He's 80-ish.
Maybe we'll follow in our dad's footsteps when we're 80 years old.
I thought it'd be fun to take over my dad's thing and do a thing called, not the newlywed game, I'd call it the newly divorced game. And bring back together the couples and sit next to each other and ask them uncomfortable questions about stuff, but they got to work together because they want to win the grand prize,
Dude, you should pitch that.
The newly divorced game. Who cheated on who first? And then they win a grand prize to go to Honolulu together.
Ring in the Sancho.
All expense paid, trip.
You'd have to have some security on that show for sure.
Yeah.
It's like Jerry Springer. Yeah, as I say, Jerry Springer, basically.
Punches are thrown. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you something. I don't know. We've always clicked ever since I first met you, and I think the first time I met you, I thought you were a jerk. But I'm like, no, I'm wrong. You're a nice guy. And you're always so consistent, so polite, and so talented. And I really think at your age, why don't you pursue the acting thing more and just do that? Because you got a great look, you got all this experience, and let me see your meme.
Yeah.
What if you were a meme? Do your Clint Eastwood meme like I'm gonna kill you. There it is. See? Look at that.
Terrifying.
You should be able to. Yeah, there it is.
What's hey kid?
Looks like he's about to shit.
I like that story that Jay Moore, the comedian Jay Moore. You know who that is? The comedian.
Yeah.
He told a story about Clint Eastwood, and he goes, yeah, I did a movie with him, and it was the weirdest thing because when we wrapped one day, Clint came up to me and he goes, "Would you like to get a Czechoslovakian beer with me?" And he said, he was like, "Czechoslovakia?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, I don't drink anymore. And Clint was like, "Okay." I'm not gonna understand why a guy doesn't drink. Clint doesn't quite get that.
Have you ever worked with Clint Eastwood?
No, actually, I did as an extra about in 2000, probably 15 years ago when I was trying to get into SAG. And it was that Leonardo DiCaprio film, that J. Edgar.
I never saw that.
It was he was the FBI guy, and actually I was a reporter holding a camera. I was just an extra, and he came up to me, a really cool guy. He came up to me and the other extra, and he turned around and he looked at the camera and he goes, "Do those things work?" And the extra beside me was like, "Oh, I don't know, sir. I mean, I guess." But he was nice enough to acknowledge the extras there and speak to him, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, so you met him basically. You guys interacted a little bit.
I wanted to say something to him, but I was a little intimidating because I was like, "That's Clint Eastwood." Like, what do I say to the guy? But the guy beside me did talk to him, and I was Kevin Bacon that whole situation, I guess.
I know exactly what to say to Clint Eastwood.
What?
If I ever meet him, I said, "You know what's
what?
Obvious? You know, Mr. Eastwood, you know what's obvious? Everybody on set knows that you don't know what you're doing."
Everybody on set, what?
No, everybody on set knows that you don't know what you're doing.
Really?
No, I would love to walk up to him and say, "I've been dying to ask you one question. Do you know what you're doing?" First, I want to call him Kid. Hey, Kid. Hey,
like,
kid,
you're like 95 years old. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Yeah, do you know what you're doing? You think you would know by now.
Can you still walk your ass?
Yeah. Gosh, I never got to meet him. That's one thing that was on my list. I wanted to meet was Clint Eastwood.
Oh man, you never got to. I figured you met everybody, man.
No, I'm just so content knowing that I know you. That's it. After I met Eric Sweeney, I'm like, I don't need to really meet anybody in Hollywood.
Yes. Well, hey, man.
Do you have an agent right now who's going to send you out on doing auditions and stuff?
Well, I have a commercial agent. I don't have a theatrical agent, a TV and film agent.
Yeah.
So.
Seriously, you should. Why not? Shoot some stuff, doing some acting scenes, put together a little acting reel, get it out there, get famous, write a script, star in it, make millions of dollars.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. I have done some acting. I do have an acting reel. I do have a, you know what takes a lot of my time right now are my Dukes of Hazzard, my Dukes of Hazzard filming locations page. I have almost 15,000 followers, and it keeps growing every month by about 1,000 people.
Wait, you have what?
It's a Dukes of Hazzard filming locations page.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Dukes of Hazzard.
It's called, you can find it, it's facebook.com/Dukes filming locations.
Okay, so say that one more time for people who are watching this that might want to write that down and go to that link.
Okay.
Join.
Facebook.com. And then / Dukes filming locations, all one word.
Dukes filming locations.
14,000 followers.
14,000 followers. So come on, everybody, if you're a Dukes fan, let's there it is. Let's jump on that and subscribe. Right? Is it subscribing? Is that what you do?
Follow.
Follow. I don't know.
Click the follow button for our boy.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy, Corey, is another kind of connection we have here with your Dukes of Hazzard and my Dukes of Hazzard and that whole world. Lake Sherwood is what you tried to sneak in and did successfully sneak into, 45 years ago to drive the General Lee, right?
Yeah.
I went there and kept trying to figure out how to sneak into Lake Sherwood because no Dukes of Hazzard fan has ever entered there. It's gated. It's golf course. It's mansions everywhere. It's heavily.
It's all developed now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all developed and it's heavily patrolled. So I'm telling my mom, I'm like, this would be great for my page, and this is why it's growing so much because I found a way to get in there. My mom, who's a real estate agent, she goes, no, don't jump the fence. You can go to jail for that or whatever. I said, but I got to get in there. I want to see where they shot most of the Dukes of Hazzard and the jumps. She goes, well, I still have my license, my real estate license. why don't we look for an open house? And sure enough, an open house came up. I got in there, took video of the whole place. I have screen comparisons of the show, the jumps with the mountain behind it and what it looks like today.
Wait a minute. I know what you're talking about, Eric. You're on my Facebook or I'm on yours.
I sent you your first jump. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. And it's changed. Yeah. It's all manicured now and it all looks great, but the mountains are the same.
The mountains are the same. There's a lot of the same trees are still there.
Oh,
so,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, if you follow the page, you see. Look at the last picture I just put up, or second to last post. It's the same tree while the General Lee's flying. What it looks like today. 3,000 people have liked the picture so far. It's crazy.
Wow. I wonder who those jump in that car.
Hey, look, Stunt Stories liked it.
Stunt Stories.
I think that was Jack Gill on that one.
I don't know who that. Can't tell these days. You know,
I know Jack.
You know, who's jumping the General Lee still, or it wasn't on the show, but he does live. You know Raymond Kahn?
Oh, dude, I went down to see his last jump in Kentucky.
Through the fountain?
Yeah.
Damn, we had him on Stunt Stories here a couple of weeks ago. Was it a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, man. He was, you know what? We started talking.
A little.
He follows my page.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, and I started following his page. We started talking. I said, hey, man, I'm going to come down there and see you jump. And he was really cool to me, man. He was introducing me to everyone. He's like, this is Eric Sweeney. He's a Hollywood stuntman. I'm like, well, you're the dude that's jumping the General Lee. And then so we're sitting there like paying each other respect. And
that's cool.
He was really cool, man. And he introduced me to his whole team. He let me be a part of the stunt team that day to help him get out of the car. It was really cool, man. I think he has a lot of respect for Hollywood stuntman, and I have a lot of respect for what he's doing. So it was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of people, I think, that not a lot. There's a few people out there that don't really necessarily have respect for him or criticize him because they don't have the freaking balls to go do what he does consistently. You know,
yep.
So it's a shame. But hey, listen, buddy, I got to tell you something, Eric. I so appreciate you being on Stunt Stories, and we got to have you back on again to talk about more of your career in another episode.
Thank you, Corey, man. I was really looking forward to this.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
We got it. The attorneys hear that. We got a yes from Eric Sweeney.
We got him. Book him.
Yeah. So when you become a big star and you're doing $300 million films, you got to come back on Stunt Stories. I don't give a shit. I will not forget you, Corey. Says you can't do Stunt Stories because I'm going to ruin your career. No, we have you saying it on camera.
Yeah, I will not forget you, Corey. I promise.
All right, well, I look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Me too, man. Good talking to you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on. And guys, thanks for watching Stunt Stories. Yeah, the whole time zone thing, you know.
Yeah, sorry about that, Eric. I'm still learning all that Calendar stuff.
That's right. Is that Skylar?
Pacific. Yes, sir.
That's all right, man. No, I'm here. Thank God.
Do you see Skylar? Can he see you? Or Dave? Dave, you want to say hi to Eric?
Not really. No, I'm good.
Okay.
What's
Dave,
up, man?
Good old Dave.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? It's good to meet you.
You too, man. I can see Corey. Am I supposed to be seeing both of you guys, or all of you guys, or just Corey?
Yeah, it's just Corey for now. I don't have it set up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's so that way it's better quality for you.
Oh, okay. That way it's better quality, so my skin will look like yours.
Yeah.
So are we recording now?
Yes, sir. We are recording. You can start whenever.
Okay. So, hey,